Okay guys, so I want to share with you a bit of information about when you lower the ball flight. So what we find when it's windy, a lot of players will put the golf ball further back in the stance, but what we tend to see is players put the ball further back and it tends to get a little bit of a block happening. Okay, tend to miss the target to the right more often than not, as a right-handed golfer this is. People often ask, why is that? Guys, it's super simple. What you'll tend to find is as the golf ball goes back in a player's stance, I've taken my 7-iron here, they'll push the hands forward, but straight away as I push my hands forward into their usual positioning, the club face is slightly open. When we put the golf ball in its normal position, and my hands are set up here in line with my left thigh, as we spoke about in previous videos, so I've got my 7-iron set up here, my club face is square. As soon as I shift the golf ball back, I leave my left hand on the inside of my left thigh, but we can see here that the club face is now pointing to the right. This is a very subtle change that occurs, but it happens far too often to far too many players. When you're trying to hit the golf ball and bring the flight down, you can't allow yourself to get into your normal setting up routine. Okay, if you want to flight the golf ball down and keep it straight, first things first is we're going to actually set up with our lead hand. So I generally advocate to set up with the right hand, so your trail hand to line up, and you get to set up with your lead hand in here. My lead hand's now in line with my inner left thigh, the golf ball's back in the stance, but my club face is actually now square. So you can see in line with the blue alignment stick here, I've now got the golf ball back in the stance for my 7-iron. Club face is now square to my target line. That's going to enable me to bring the flight down. What we don't want to do is put the golf ball back, taking our regular setup, 2 hands on the club, set myself down, yep, okay, the ball's back in my stance, I feel confident here, but now my club face is aiming way too far to the right. Guys, if you find yourself trying to knock the ball down in the wind and having it miss your target to the right-hand side as a right-handed player, more often than not, go back and look at your setup. Double check that club face and ensure that when you're setting up correctly, first thing we do, before we align our feet, we align our club face to target, we ensure that our hands are forward of the golf ball. We then take our address position. So again, I'm going to check my left hand's in line with my inner left thigh there. My ball position's back of centre here, my club face is square, and then I take my grip. Those are your key checkpoints to ensure that your ball flight, 1, comes down, and 2, stays straight to your target line. Guys, I hope you're enjoying the videos. Remember, like, comment, share, subscribe. Tag a friend who needs this help. But above all else, happy golfing.